On Sunday evening, a number of prominent news websites, including The Guardian and The Washington Post, published details of what they call global surveillance operations using Pegasus. The surveillance reportedly targets journalists, including over 40 journalists in India, activists, and other key public figures such as opposition leaders, judges, etc. The report said that over 10 governments, including India's, are involved in surveillance of people using Pegasus spyware. Pegasus is a spyware developed by NSO Group, an Israeli company that specializes in what experts call cyber weapons. It first came to limelight in 2016 when an Arab activist got suspicious after receiving a shady message. It was believed that Pegasus was targeting iPhone users. Several days later, after its discovery, Apple released an updated version of iOS which reportedly patched the security loophole that Pegasus was using to hack phones. However, a year later, security researchers found that Pegasus was equally capable of infecting Android phones. More security patches and more information followed. Then, in 2019, Facebook filed a case against NSO Group for creating Pegasus. The security researchers at Facebook were chasing Pegasus across their systems and they found that the software was used to infect several journalists and activists in India. This was also the time when WhatsApp told the affected Indian users about it through a message. It is worth noting that NSO Group has confirmed the existence of Pegasus. However, the Israeli company has also said that it sells the tools only to governments and that it is not responsible for its misuse. NSO Group, in response to the report, has said that it is an attempt to discredit NSO Group on false grounds. It said NSO does not operate the system that it sells to vetted government customers and does not have access to the data of its customers' target. This part of Pegasus hacking into phones is one reason why this spyware is so highly rated by those who use it. The phone hacking is almost seamless and the phone user has no clue that their device has been compromised. Once a hacker identifies a phone that needs to be hacked into, they send the targeted user a malicious website link, and if the user clicks on it, Pegasus is installed on the phone. It is also installed through a security bug in voice calls made through apps like WhatsApp. In fact, so strong and secretive is this call method that Pegasus could be installed on the phone just by giving a missed call to the users. Once the software was installed, it would delete the call log entry so that the user wouldn't know about the missed call. Once Pegasus is on a phone, it can potentially spy on the targeted user completely and thoroughly. Even encrypted chats like the ones made through WhatsApp were accessible to Pegasus. Security researchers have found that Pegasus can read messages, track calls, track user activity within apps, gather location data, access video cameras in a phone, or listen through their microphones. In other words, this is the ultimate surveillance tool. If a government wants to spy on someone, Pegasus or something and like this will most likely be its preferential choice. Also, it is important to note that a spyware app like Pegasus is extremely expensive. The cost is in millions of dollars, which can only be paid by big organizations or governments. In fact, NSO Group has said in the past that it sells its software only to governments. Pegasus-like tools are not mass surveillance tools. They are used for targeted surveillance. So unless you believe that a government or a powerful organization has reasons to put you under surveillance, you shouldn't worry about tools like Pegasus. The government has given a big response against the allegation which for the most part talks about how government is committed towards right to privacy and all that, but in the statement two things are totally wrong. The first being that the GOI has already responded about the use of Pegasus in response to an RTI filed in 2019, but the RTI response tells nothing, absolutely nothing, in response to the questions asked as revealed by the person who filed the RTI himself. The second thing is that the statement says that in 2019, WhatsApp had denied claims that Pegasus was being used on its users by the government in the Supreme Court. This claim too is false. The new IT minister and the former IT minister both on Monday said that the coming out of the report just before the monsoon session of the parliament is highly suspicious and it is a conspiracy. Maybe they both do not know that there is no monsoon session going on in the parliaments of Mexico, Bahrain, Kazakhstan, Saudi Arabia, and a few more countries that too are mentioned in the report. It is important to note that the then IT Minister R.S. Prasad had not denied the claim that Pegasus was being used by the government, and neither has the current IT Minister.